Welcome to another Fallout 76 video. Today we'll be covering the Savage Divide treasure maps number 2, 3, and number 6. Whenever I come into my game, I like to go over a quick check and make sure all my weapons are at my ready, they're all prepared, and then I like to make sure that I select the mission that I'll be looking for, starting with the treasure maps. As you can see, my weight is 415. This seems to be a glitch in the system. Whenever you log out and log back in and you're in your power armor, it ups it by 100, so it worked really well. So the first thing I want to do is I want to check all the maps and see if I know where these are. See if I can figure out, like, that one looks familiar. I think I've been there before, because I think that's White Springs on the map. And I've looked at these several times. I've looked at the map to see what I've got. Here I'm going to check all my perks, make sure that I have the right perks in, because I switch out whenever I'm crafting ammunition or for my weapon. I use weapon, I think it's called weapon artistry, and then I have it maxed out so I get 200%. So when I repair my weapon, it automatically repairs it to 200%. And I want to make sure that I have the right perks on so that I can get what I need and not get killed, because I take out all, like, you know, like right here I took out Tormentor. I also take off Scrounger whenever I'm using Super Duper, and Super Duper allows you to get extra. It's like a chance, I think it's a 15% chance, and you get extra, like, so if I'm crafting extra ammunition at 36, I hit Super Duper, I'll get double that. And the more ranks you have in it, the more of a chance you have to hit it. So I wanted to see what was going on. Giant explosions, you never know what's happening. So as you can see, there's some super mutants and there's a glowing hound, so I want to make sure to take out the glowing hound so I can get some extra meat. In this game, crafting is everything, so you have to make sure that you grab what you can. Fungus for fungus soup, and then you craft it up as soon as possible. In this game also, if you don't kill something or at least make a shot on it, if somebody else kills it, it'll show up as nothing in their inventory for you. It brings up a good point too. I have Scrounger on, so whenever you see, like, I go to a trash can or a container, it'll give me the option to hit triangle to use my Scrounger perk to see if I can get any canned goods. So I saw the explosions coming from somewhere, so I wanted to see what was going on. And off to my left, it caught my eye that there was something on the ground. So I'm checking out the map, and of course I have the wrong one located. But I see here that that looks like White Springs in the background. And that little thing that was in the far background of the map looked like the digger from real far away, the one that sits on top of the ash heap. It looks like from, like, all the Fallout videos, that's what it looks like. But I knew that I had to get higher, so it looks like it might be like up that hillside or something. And Bethesda does a lot of that, where they'll put things way up on the hill, so you have to try to find your way up there. This always looks interesting to me, so I wanted to come over and check out what the Scorch Beast looks like up close. So somebody must have taken him out. Must have been a couple players around that killed him. And here at White Springs, there's a lot of Scorch Beasts are real close, and they always come on over. So you're always getting a couple of them around here. So I wanted to make my way over to the train station. Every time I try to pass a merchant of a different faction, and White Springs is considered their own faction, I like to make sure I go in and sell off goods that I have. So it looks like on the treasure map, I've got to go higher. So I always want to check around. Whenever I go anywhere, you always want to scavenge. You're always looking for something. Either ammo, canned goods for food to keep you going, or crafting materials. The guy looks like he's sleeping on the job, just his head's down. He was fine a second ago. I think he's trying to get a sick day. Robots can't have sick days, wake up. So here you see he has 200 caps available. So he's a new merchant, so I haven't sold anything to him yet. And you know, here's where I get rid of like a lot of my legendaries, anything that I might pick up, especially when the nukes go off. You want to sell off your legendaries. So if you're ever a character over here and you're looking for something, swing over to these shops. You'd be surprised what you find. I don't want to be over encumbered, so I just sell off the things that I have. And I go through a lot of like adhesive and aluminum, but I pick up a ton of it. You know, also bulk acid and things like that. You use it for smelting, you'll use it in different applications, but when I start getting like 15, 20 and they're 0.25 a pound, you know, a quarter pound each, you gotta let them go. So this is how I earn like a lot of my caps. And yeah, there's a lot of, like I have a ton of gears and so on. So I know that I need them. I know that I picked them up because I eventually need them. But at the moment I currently don't need them. So this is where I just dump them off. And I just start selling things off. And things that I can't sell, or if they run out of money, if I see another player around, I'll normally drop a lot of my legendary stuff. Because why sell it? It only gives me 10, 15 caps. But if I know another player is low enough of a level and they could use it, or, you know, as long as they're under the level, or I mean over the level of the item, like I'll drop things for other people. I also tried to check all the machines, see what kind of ammo I need or what I'm looking for. I end up with a lot of caps, so I have to put on hard bargain. Gives me a better deal with caps, but you don't want to leave it on because then I lose my Lone Wanderer. You do a lot of card swapping if you want to really utilize the cards that Bethesda's got out there. So I'll have cards for crafting, I'll have cards for building, you know, I'll have cards when I'm in camp, I'll have cards when I'm Lone Wanderer, and I'll also have cards when I'm with other characters and playing in a group. And in this game, ammo gets expensive, so I tend to drop a lot of the stuff I'm not using. So fuel, cryo cells, I use 45 rounds. I think it's 38 rounds I drop. I just drop them all the time. And since I don't use ballistic fiber anymore because I'm always in power armor, I tend to give away a lot of the ballistic armor I find. So if I'm in a group and somebody's got, you know, bad armor, I'll go over to my ballistic fiber and I will set it to like a penny or, you know, 1 cap and then sell it off. If I accumulate too much, I just start to drop it. Like raw asbestos, I don't think I needed, you know, 425 of them. I think I was checking on my kid. I have a little boy, so he grabbed my attention while I was playing. This game is a lot about weight management, control, and scavenging. So when you're out there, you want to pick up things depending on what weapons you're going to use. Like I like to use a short-made hand rifle. It's a very powerful gun. It fires really quick. I have a silencer for it, so I can, you know, I can take out enemies really rapidly with that gun. But it burns through 5.26 ammo or 5.56 ammo. So I have to constantly be crafting it or finding it, and normally only super mutants really carry it. Sometimes I find it with the mole miners if they're using automatic weapons, but it's rare. So usually I have I'm always out of it and I'm crafting it. So what I do is I mark lead out in the field so that I can bring that back, lead and steel. And both of those, you know, and I also have a Gauss rifle, and 2mm bullets are insane. First of all, you almost never find them, you know, in the, you know, out in the real world. If you do, they're in low quantities, 2 or 3 maybe somebody will have on their body if you kill them. And that's only if they're like a high level monster. You really need to get into like, you know, death claws and things like that to actually get, you know, any kind of bigger drops. So you want something that really is a high level target. So with that being said, I'm constantly looking, you know, I pick things up, and you get odds and ends when you pick things up. So if I pick up rat poison because I need the lead and the steel, it comes with asbestos as well. So I'll end up with a bunch of extra, you know, raw asbestos, and at some point you just have to drop it. It doesn't make sense. It's not like Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 where you have an unlimited supply to put things. And those brown paper bags on the ground that I just passed by on my left, that was actually your drop. It actually creates a container that just sits there. So once I have, you know, any kind of crafting I need done, or anything like that, then we begin to, you know, figure out what I needed. And we begin to move on to the next stage of finding our treasure map. So I know that I need to get higher, and I know according to the map that I actually have to get to be able to oversee White Springs. Ah, look at this. These are copper veins sitting here. You'll get raw copper ore from it. And then what I do from the raw ore is you use your acid to melt them down and create copper scrap, which then can be sold. And copper scrap pays a lot in caps. So I believe, with hard bargain on at max. I think I get like 19 out of it. So as I'm overlooking and I'm looking for the treasure map, you can see White Springs is low and it's small. Sorry for not keeping the map open longer. Next time I'll try to remember that and do that. I knew that I had to go up, and I've been here before several times. This is where I got all my black titanium. On a side note, if you kill the mole miners and you scrap, I think it's a suit scrap is what it is, from them, you get black titanium. And I'd been up here before, and I think this billboard is what I'm looking at in the treasure map. Now see, White Springs is getting smaller according to the treasure map, and I think that's the end of a billboard that we see in the treasure map. So I just need to figure out how to get up there. And see, there's that scrapper in the background, which, you know, has like that kind of triangle look to it. So as I went up the mountain, I see an aluminum vein. So you can go ahead and you can mine those until, you know, some will have, you know, 1 or 2, some will have, you know, 5 or 6, you know, ore that you'll get out of them. So as I go up, I start to see White Springs more, but it looks like there's too many trees in the way, so I know it has to go up more. And I found this little path that kind of took me right up the side of the mountain that brought me right in here to where the billboard was. So I knew I was in the right spot. Oh look, there's a little camp up here. So somebody had made their home. So I immediately go into defense mode whenever I get to a little area. Oh, 308 rounds. I definitely need those. And see how I had a triangle? That's, and then more ammo popped up. That's that, oh, he's so hungry. All of his bottles are empty, his jars. He died of starvation. God, that takes like months. Poor guys. I feel really bad for the people that had to live after the bombs fell and they couldn't find their way into a vault. Although, I don't know if living in a vault would be any better with all the experiments they did. Ah, look, see? So, it overlooks. There's a triangle in the back, the digger in the background. And then White Springs is small, and I see the end of the billboard. Yeah. Oh, and the mountain has that little divot in it, like in the thing. There it is. There's the mound. And when it says mound, you just go ahead and click X to dig. And then you get like, you know, just different scrap items. And I got an ultra sight laser pistol with some fusion cells and psychotats, metal left arm. And a lot of that stuff I didn't need because, you know, I don't use it. But like a metal left leg and things like that, if I was a younger character, if I was lower in level, I would use those, you know, very well. Now, if you have multiple maps, you can dig in the same hole over and over again. And I think I had 3 of these maps in my inventory. So being that they were, I had 3 of them in my inventory, I was able to dig at this site 3 times and get 3 times the amount of loot. And those gold-plated flip lighters and stuff, those things are great. It's got gears, it's got gold, it's got a little bit of oil in it. So, and they don't weigh that much, so if you grab them out in the thing, it's really good. In the world. And then, you know, and always scrap every crafting area you can go to. Scrap everything you can. including weapons. Even in the beginning, all your mods come from scrapping your weapons. So if you want to get a mod like a silencer or a long-range night, vision scope for, like a pipe pistol or something, you need to scrap a bunch of pipe pistols and then you'll get those mods. The same with armor. If you want to upgrade like your leather armor and things like that, you need to scrap other, to get those mods opened up to you. You have to scrap those items. So if it's a chest piece, you got to scrap chest pieces. If it's, so on and so forth. So I have a Lucky Strike map here. I forgot I had it in my inventory. I bought it at one of those You Mine It vending machines. You can find them throughout the wasteland. The graphic for me always gets stuck like that. I was hoping it was going to load, but it didn't. So, and once you have that, they'll be on your bigger map. And then you just go to your world map, and you'll be able to see like exactly where it is. So now going through my Savage Divide map, yeah, see here it tells me my Lucky Strike was activated. So I fast traveled to the top of the world for the next map. And always when I get to the top of world, I get attacked by something. It's either glowing blood bugs, or it's scorpions, or and it's always brutal. I mean, these things are like just really hard. So I've always got to be prepared for a fight. Whenever you get to the top of the world, always take a look at it. It regenerates quickly. The mods always regenerate, and they're new every time. It looks like it's a random thing, so you want to just grab, whatever mods you can that you can use. If you can't use a mod, again, this game is very much based on weight. So if you can't use a mod, either scrap it or don't take it. Just leave it behind. There's no reason to take a mod if you don't need it. And again, there's a workbench, up here. There's an armor bench behind me, to the east of where my location now. And then there's actually a raider trader inside the main ski lodge building, right around the corner. So I like to make sure that I go in there. And whenever I'm in the top of the world, there's a lot of scavenging that you can do here. You can even get in the elevator and I think go to level 2, and there's a ton of stuff in there. It's like a whole mezzanine of shops and different things that people had, that the raiders had before they all died out to the Scorch Plague. So head over to the east, and I think I'm gonna just head straight out. Grab some boiled water, good for making soups and things like that. Now, a lot of times when I'm looking for steel, you want to find things that are good in steel but low in weight. Weapons will give you a lot of steel, but they're really heavy. So I noticed by looking at the treasure map that it looked like the pole that was in the map had looked like one of the ski places here. So I decided to fast travel to the top of the world to take a look at those. See these poles right there, the gondola poles? I think that's what this map is. I think that's what it's showing you, in that, there's power lines in the back. There are, it looks like maybe the nuclear power station, because that's where all the power lines would be coming from. And it looked like there was a radar tower to one side, but it looks like that is a gondola pole. So, oh, I was diseased, so I wanted to take care of that. And then whenever you use like a cure disease, it eats up some of your water, so I always take a drink. See this pole right here? See that ladder? I've already completed the mission for the top of the world and the Overseer's mission and stuff. So I've been here 100 times, and that looks just like it. And that little vertical line, I think that's the cable for the gondola, that the gondola goes up. And I think that was a crashed gondola that was in that picture. And see, look right over there. See those are the towers, the smokestack, the cooling towers to the nuclear plant that's over there. So now I want to look, see, these ones are good. So I want to look for where the power line's at and where are the crash gondolas. Now when I came up the mountain for the very first time, I found, I came from the golf course, and I found these crashed gondolas. And I actually used that as my point of reference to run around this map. And I was so over encumbered in the very beginning of the game, because I tried to hoard everything, that I remember seeing, I ran everywhere, and all these gondolas were exactly what I saw. So see that gondola it's a gondola on its side, it looks like. See these crashed gondolas here. Just want to make sure there's no enemies around. That's my luck. I'm, walking around doo-doo-doo, and some Deathclaw come up from behind me and eat my leg off. Then I'd just be hobbling around the wasteland. So I know it's got to be around here somewhere, because these are the down gondolas. So I start looking at, things I can scavenge while I'm here and, get my hands on. And then just my luck, I get stuck, of course. So I can't seem to find a mound. So I'm going to go back up to the top. I'm going to kind of see if I can piece together where I'm supposed to be. Ah, see, look at that. There's another gondola set there. There's a gondola there. But I need to make sure that the smoke stack towers, or the cooling towers from the nuclear plant, are in the right spot. Because if I'm too far around the mountaintop, then I can't see the power plant in the back, in the background. So that's the part that I have to keep in mind. And these ones are broken. And I know there's some broken ones over here. So if I go this way and I follow like this track, but can I see the smoke tower? See, there's too many trees here, so I know it's got to be lower. But I don't, this one doesn't look like it's all busted up. It looks like it's it's fairly new. So let me get to a higher spot. I can see what I can. Let me get over here and then get out and see what I can see. Just want to come out to the edge and just check to see. Like, see, I can't see the nuclear plant at all, so I gotta go over this way more. I think it's got to be over on this side more of the mountain. I'm too far. When you're trying to line these pictures up, and see, I gotta be pointing, it looks like north, so it looks like the towers are gonna be due north when I look at them. So I want to get my compass on north when I look in the tower's direction. So, okay, so there's almost north. There's the towers. So it's got to be this gondola here. And I need to see 3, it looks like 1, 2, 3 of those power lines. And then, yeah, so gondola. Oh, looks like the raider camp up there. So I'm gonna bet this has got to be the right gondola. So I gotta definitely head down here. But if I remember correctly, like, yeah, see here, see these broken gondolas? If I remember correctly, though, one of these really had a death claw. And I don't want to get my leg ripped off. Those things are nasty in this game. I mean, I can take them out, no problem. The short handmade works really well. But still, they pop up out of nowhere, they attack you. Man, you should try running into a Wendigo. So here, like you see, there's a trail. And so I wasn't sure if it was like, maybe it's over here, but I gotta get to the top of the ridge so I can see over it. But this gondola's not broken. I always have this urge to want to go look at whatever I see off in the distance. That's Bethesda's thing, so they put things in the distance to make you run towards them. So I have to fight every urge not to run over there and see what that just was. So there's a crashed one. But the pole is going to be on our right side. Oh, that poor skier. So I wonder, was that skier like skiing down the mountain when he gets hit? Oh, look at that. See? We have a down cart. That's good news. We have a pole. That's good news. Oh, see, look, there's the tanks off into the back. There's the cart. Oh, see, look, there's that little, in the map, see how it had a shack up at the top on that ridge. See that? So it looks like we're probably in the right spot here. So we're gonna, what we want to do is want to look for a mound, but it looks like, see, like here, there's the pole, there's the little hut, and you can see off to the back there that there's the cooling towers, and there's your power lines. And again, I got like a biomesh robot arm lining, some bullets, 44 rounds, a Western revolver, Trapper's left leg, Psycho buff, silver pocket watch. So now we're going to go look for Savage Divide treasure map number 6. I wanted to show you what number 4 looked like, just in case. Oh, look, number 6 is better. See, I knew where this place was right away because I'd been here. This is that temple that sits up on top of the mountain. I forget what it's called. Yeah, and I don't think I've been to this place at all. So I'll have to explore this just to even find where the map is. And then Savage Divide, treasure map number 10. I'm not sure where this one is either. Alright, so off to number 6. I knew where this temple was because I'd been there as part of, I believe, the main quest. So you follow the tracks all the way up, and it's right there at the top. It's like some occult temple or something. It's really weird. So my thought was I'd probably go into the power station and check out the power station, or I mean the train station, and then this way I can, you know, take off up there. One of the things I do have is I have a card for fast traveling. Oh, I had hard bargain on this whole time. Oh man, I'm glad nothing attacked me. He would have ripped my leg off. Probably would have ripped both my legs off. I'd have just been crawling around like in my excavator armor. Help me! Just one stim pack to go on. I do not know how stim packs regrow limbs and stuff when you get hit by grenades and things like that, but they do. So once we're here, we pop into the train station, and once everything kind of loads up, we can take off. And again, anytime I come to the train stations or whatnot, I might check to see what they have, if they've got any plans, if they got any buildings, you know, maybe a place to scrap my gear, you know, things like that. Again, this is all weight management, you know, related stuff. So, you know, everything that you scavenge, you have to break down. You can't hold on to it forever. I kind of wonder how those preservation things, every time I open one up, somebody's dead. I wonder how those things really worked out for people. Just another way to take your money at the end of the, you know, world. Like, hey, jump inside this little metal tube and it'll protect you from a nuclear blast. You'd have to stay in that tube for what, 20 years before it'd be safe to come out and not be irradiated to death instantly. So always try to make sure that I eat, you know, any kind of drink I need. This game is also a survival game, and this is the first time I've ever played any kind of survival game. So I'm always trying to make sure that I eat and drink, because I run out of I get into dehydration when I'm usually right in the middle of battle somewhere, and I'm in trouble. Then I'm like, oh look, you know, it tells me that, you know, I've only got so much AP and so on. So try to get my bearings once I get in. And I know that I got to go towards the temple, so a lot of times just, you know, get on the road and head up that way. And just be careful whenever you're traveling the road. If you're a low level character, you will find enemies on the road, and sometimes they all just spawn right after you. So here I am. I want to make sure that I'm going the right way. Uh-oh. Disease ragstag. But I need the meat. The carrying capacity is amazing. So I want to make sure I take the meat. And at the first cook station, I'll cook it up real quick. It's great for carrying capacity. Ragstag meat. There's a couple others that also will help you with carry weight. Different animals will, help you, but ragstag is usually the easiest to come by. My camp is right on the edge of that glowing crater area. Actually, not too far from where we are right now. So I can get a lot of meat in those areas, and it really does help because, I'll take some, I'll cook it up, and then I'll make sure that I can, eat it quickly. So I want to take out these liberators real fast before they have a chance to get close to me or see me. With my rifleman skill, I was able to kind of pick them off as quickly as possible. So I know I killed the liberator around here somewhere. I really do hate that when you kill something and then it disappears. So here's how this game works. If you kill something from a long distance and you're not inside the zone that it's assigned to, when you kill it, but then you enter the zone, it repopulates it again, and you'll have to kill it again. So my suggestion is that you get it really low, then you get close to it and kill it, or closer to it and kill it. Because if you're not in the zone and you kill a Deathclaw or whatever, and you're not in a zone, as soon as you walk into that carved out area that the developers have made, that's it. You're in trouble. It pops right back up again, and a lot of times like right in front of your face. That's happened to me several times. Uh-oh, he's underground. I can see how he got marked. And all these mole rats, they're the worst. They like jump around and come after you, and it just never stop. Oh man. And those are the ones like, if it's a diseased animal, I mean, unless you have some sort of disease resistance, I mean, they come like right after you. See those little dome shapes? I think that's this dome that's in this drawing. And there we go. Yeah, see these little domes? So it looks like exactly what's in that, but it also looks like from the perspective of the drawing that we're looking up at it. So I know that I'm on top of the mountain, but I need to get down. But anytime I approach any new area, I want to, make sure I'm not running into a trap. So as I make my way down the temple, so I've got to be looking south and up at the temple. So that means I've got to be like on the northern side of the building looking south. Yeah, and it's got to be like down here on this like rocky ridge face. And when I came here, there was it's like built on like the side of a mountain, so two sides of it are, look like they, have these rocky, like ledges and faces to them. So I think that's where it's pointing and telling me to go. And it looks like either somebody was already through here or something happened, because usually this place is populated with somebody. Super mutants or, you know, scorched or whatever. But I don't think I saw anybody here. Yeah. There's nobody around. Still, one thing about this game, with no NPCs and everybody just kind of running around doing their own thing, it really doesn't feel like war got any better. I mean, everything is just destroyed, and so all this area over here is completely bombed out. I think it's got to be like over here somewhere. So I got to figure out how to get over to this bus, and then figure out like how am I gonna, you know. There we go. Yeah, my luck, I drop straight over there and then, you know, get attacked by 22 super mutants or something. That's how this game is. It's it's very, oh, iron, that makes steel. This game is very weird sometimes. Sometimes you'll get just a couple of, you know, enemies that'll attack you. You know, sometimes it'll be, you know, a dozen, and they'll all be like really high level. I feel like there's no real rhyme or reason on how it works. So I need to make my way. Oh, look, Tato. And again, whenever I run across vegetables in the wild and stuff, you always want to kind of grab them, even if they spoil. You want to try to grab whatever you can, because when you sit down at a cook station, you're going to want to craft some soup, some vegetables, things like that. See, look, there's a tree. I think this is that. Nope, wrong map. Always the wrong map. See how there's a tree up there by the top? It's like a dead tree or something. I thought it could be down. So come around. See what I can see. So I'm wondering, maybe. Oh, there's the crash site. So my base is like right there. You could probably see it right through the trees from here. So that's where my base sits, is right over there. See my camp. And the reason I put my camp out there was there's a lead mine out there, so I extract lead so I can make bullets. Because, like I said, everything's about crafting in this game. Alright, so there's the dome. But I need to get, like, down the mountain. See, because here you can see, like, clearly looking up at something. So I need to... But it looks like there's a path on the map. So I need to find, like, a path. And I think it's that outside edge is what I'm showing. So I think like it's like right, like I'm looking at one of these, like either that one right there. It's gotta be, I think, that one right there. Because you got the big building and then you got this little small one right next to it. So I wonder... That could be it. There's the big building. But I need See, I couldn't find a... Gotta find a path. So I wonder... Oh, look at that. There's another one that kind of sits out. Oh, down, no, see? It's a ledge, but I mean, it's way down there. I don't think that's it. And I don't want to jump off because then, you know, I have to spend, 3 hours going around the mountain. Or just have to fast travel to them. So see, there needs to be, like according to the map, it's like there's a pathway that leads down. So I'm looking for some sort of path that's, oh, see here, like it's a dirt path. Uh-oh, why am I under danger? Whenever it says something like that, I'm gonna get eaten. Scorch beast usually on top of me. Oh, see, look. See, there's that little dome, and then there's that tree. So there's a little path that heads down. Whoop. I think I missed the path, didn't I? Oh, back up. Maybe the path went this way? Gosh, I hope this is it. There's gotta be it somewhere around here, right? So, all these little outcroppings look like the perfect place for them. So there's that tree, but I don't see the dome yet. I must have to go down more. Well, I was like... Oop. So you see that path going right up. I think it's in here. It's gotta be. Let me see on the map. Yeah, see, look. Maybe down more? It's going up. Uh-oh. Back under caution again. Get those. See, there's always like, copper veins. Those things, man, they pay off well. I make a lot of money with that. See, now I can't see the tree or anything, so, keep playing around. I'm gonna fall off this mountain. So it has to be back up where I see the dome. I'm always like just aiming my nose down and looking, straight down. Hoping that it like pops up sometime. Okay. So see, there's the path, right? Leads up. And then there's like the tree. It's got to be like around here somewhere, right? Just keep swimming. Just aim my nose down. It's like these things. Oh, look. It's like a fallen tree that was on the map. Ah, I was in the wrong spot, see? Look at that. Let's see. Where is it at? There we go. So we see the dome. See, there's the bigger building next to the dome and the tree. There it is. And the tree. I was just in the wrong spot up there. So single action revolver, ivory grip, some bullets, a pipe. When it says pipe, it means pipe pistol or, you know, pipe rifle, something like that. Metal right leg. I'm gonna have a whole set of metal armor out of all this. Fancy hairbrush, psycho buff, gold plated flip lighter. So it's just randomized loot, it seems like. It seems like with a lot of this stuff. You're gonna get a lot of randomized loot, but all in all, I mean, they weren't bad. They're a lot of fun to play around with and try to get your hands on these things. I love finding these treasure maps, and I can't wait to do more of them. And a lot of this stuff is level 50, but I mean, it's really weak. So anyway, I hope that you liked this Fallout video. If you do, please feel free to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.